Good day, this is Tata Troncoseva doing another viewer request. The viewer wants to know about the hierarchy and the Palo structure. So first and foremost, I just want to say that I do not claim to have the absolute truth. Like I said before, things vary from Munanso to Munanso, from spiritual house to spiritual house. But this is how it works in mine. The first degree would be the Ngueyo, or new pine, or the child of the cauldron. This is the first scratching ceremony that you receive, and that's where either 107 to 121 days you are in Ngueyo, all depending on your particular spirit, what number it wants you to be there, because for that time being, you have to be working with your Lucero. You have to figure out, you have to try to connect with its energy and figure out how it works. Me, like your Tata, I'll give you the building stones, but like I said before, what works for me might not work for you, and vice versa. So this is the time where you figure out how you could have your cauldron working to its fullest before the year is up. Then is the second degree we call Tata Nkisi. This is your second scratching. And it's not a long ceremony like your first scratching, but it's a very important one nonetheless. This makes you a Tata Nkisi if you're a man, or Yaya Nkisi if you're a woman. This is when you really start to grow spiritually, but with some limits, for the simple fact that you still do not possess the most sacred thing in the Palo religion, and that is the Nganga itself. So you're able, you're going to grow a lot quicker after this second scratching, but then you're going to come to a certain point where you're not going to continue to grow because you're missing that essential key piece. And the third degree is the Tata Nganga. Some people say Padre Nganga if you're male, or the Yaya Nganga, or the Madre Nganga, whichever term you want to use if you're female. This is when an individual receives their Nganga. This makes them a full-fledged priest or priestess in the religion, which gives you the right to conduct all the sacred ceremonies in the Palo religion. To me, this is like the most sacred and important step in this religion, for the simple fact that now you're allowed to continue to grow spiritually, work with a much stronger energy force, and you're able to, when the time is right, become a godparent yourself, start your own Munanso. Now the fourth degree is the Tata NDIBILONG. This is when a Tata or Yaya's own godchildren start to have their godchildren, godchildren of their own, which is something to celebrate because it's a huge milestone in a Tata or Yaya's life. It's a good feeling. It's something to celebrate. Now the fifth degree is Tata LUWONGO, or grandfather, or grandfather, abuelo Nganga, grandfather Nganga, whatever, whichever term you want to use, but this makes you a grandfather. This is when your godchildren's godchildren start having their own godchildren. And this is the highest degree in the Palo structure, but not many Tatas or Yayas reach this level in their lifetime. And some reach it at a very later time in their life. But some don't even reach it at all. That's the milestone right there. You can't get any higher than that. But besides these 5 degrees, there's a title that holds a lot of prestige, and it's called La BAKUNFULA. And this prestigious title can only be received by one person in the Munanso, in the spiritual house. Only one person can hold this title. And I'm sorry to say, this title is only given out to men for certain things that have to do with the Nganga itself. So this is only given out to men. The BAKUNFULA has the title of Sergeant of Arms in the MUNANSO. He's responsible for protecting not only the Tata or Yaya, but the actual Nganga itself, especially if you're inviting outsiders to your rituals, your ceremonies. You really need the BAKUNFULA to stand guard in front of the Nganga. Nobody near it. Nothing goes in the Nganga. Nothing comes out of it. He will stand there. If it takes 12 hours, that person would not leave his post. That's how important his title is, his job is. Now, he's the one to hold all the members in the MUNANSO, the spiritual house, accountable for their actions. And when somebody violates the rules of the MUNANSO, he is the one to administer the punishment chosen by the Tata or Yaya. This is how important his job also is. Now, the BAKUNFULA title is the biggest honor in any MUNANSO. This means that the Tata or Yaya has the utmost respect for you, trust for you. They are in essence trusting your life, their life to you, because literally their life is in your hands. So it's like the most prestigious title that anyone could have in the MUNANSO. Now, I think this answers the viewer's question. Until next time, may NSAMBI bless you and yours. And Assalamu alaikum.